Hi guys, welcome down to the Quest for the Open vlog this week, where we are at the West Lancashire Golf Club, and it is myself and the wonderful Sophie Walker.
I don't know why I'm putting this on.
It's really not cold at all. Oh, hello. Oh, careful. It's blamed as a claim. Health and safety, gotta watch it. I'm just gonna walk past all the Open qualifiers here who've come through at West Lancs. Just had a practice round. I've already actually been out. I was more focused on kind of practicing than doing too much filming. But I'm back here again later on in the week, so I might get a little bit more. Paul? Oh, young Edward, how are you? Young Ed, the best golfer to come out of Shropshire since Sandy Lyle, this boy. I have to say, look at this now. It is absolutely perfect now. What a beautiful evening now.
Hard, isn't it?
We got a lot of in-to-wins. I lost the ball on a par 3 today.
I hit over 20 drivers.
Yeah, so put that into a calculator and try and figure out. It's great drive off the deck on the last though. By the way, ultimate up and down from me, so I didn't have to buy a Diet Coke. Literally the proudest moment of my life. Oh, I might get a coffee to celebrate. Just wave it in your face. Like, oh, hello.
Hello.
You're just having a chill. It's okay. Stay there, mate. So this is the first tee shot. I'll try and shelter you from the wind a little bit. Starting to blow. 428. Bunks on the right. Out of bounds to the left. And here I am, stuck in the middle of you, Soph.
Yep. You're a bit indecisive, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to hit a driver, but you run out of room pretty quick on the left. I think it might be a 3-wood. I hit a 3-wood last year, made a par. I hit 2-iron the year before, made a birdie.
Okay.
It's never been a driver.
Not a driver.
It's not a driver. It's never been driver down here. So down for my last checkup for Open qualified. Check out what he's done with this place as well. So when I first came here, like hardly any of this was here. So the course of 18, 20 months, however long it's been, like he's done such an amazing job to get it all set up. New little desk as well, new TrackMan, awesome. Dan's also got some other cool stuff going on at the moment, which I don't know if I can say anything about, but obviously I'll leave that to him anyway. But stay tuned to Dan's channel and obviously this channel as well. Yeah, should be really cool. Okay, today's lesson is done. More of a touch-up, I would say, for next week. And that's been pretty good. I'm liking it. Mate, this setup is
better.
It's looking really good.
I like it.
Kind of a little bit jealous. I might actually tap you up and try and understand how the hell all that works. What do you think, mate? What are my chances? What are you thinking of my swing? How have we progressed over the last 12 months? Put it in 45 words or less.
By far the best you're swinging it, and I'd say the most prepared you've been. Looking at it compared to last year and the year before, I'd say that this is the one that we're going into, and there is definitely an expectation level.
I'd agree with that. I'm not going into it so much with kind of hope.
No, definitely
it is
not.
Definitely more of expectation this year.
But your scores have been really consistent, haven't they? You know, you've been, our worst score's been somewhere like just over par, but a lot of rounds under par, with leaving a lot of shots out there. And you know, the dispersion's coming a lot tighter. We've not got like the random wild shot in there anymore, so I think it's going to be good.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. No fingers crossed.
No.
It's going to do it. Well, it is turning out just lovely. This evening, I'm actually at Formby, so the last couple of days have been a bit of a blur. I've been here, there and everywhere. Let's start with Dan's lesson. So a lot of what we did in the lesson is a continuation of much of the stuff we've been doing this year, because going into a big event, you don't want to be introducing too many new swing thoughts, that's for sure. You want to be going in there ready to play, not ready to practice. But after playing at West Lancs on Monday, and after kind of what other people have said that have played there, man, driving and off the tee, that is where I've got to be absolutely on it, because the rough is brutal. So I've been putting a lot of work into my putting, and that does seem to be coming through. So I'm a lot more comfortable over my putts at the moment. I'm feeling very, very confident about that part of my game. But the driving, and especially with the course setup at West Lancs, it's completely contrasting to last year. So last year there was so much heat. It was a beautiful, perfect summer really as far as Britain is concerned. It was absolutely incredible, and it was a burnt out silvered links where the rough was thickish in places, but it was so dry, so brittle. You could find your ball and you could just cut straight through it. Not so much this year. And someone asked me the other day about kind of what my favourite club in the bag was, and I would say probably at the moment my putter. However, this goes to the heart of maybe a difference in the course setup and preparing yourself properly for a different event. So I've got to get it into my head that really my favourite club at the moment is my driver. It has to be. And if I get that going and I'm able to use that the way that I know I can do, I'm going to give myself the opportunity. If I can't hit fairways, I am not going to have any chance at all.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out.
So the other thing to be aware of, hopefully you've already seen it on social and on YouTube, a post I made last week about the Creators Cup. The Creators Cup is basically myself, me and my golf, Seb on golf, and Chris Ryan Golf hosting a day with TaylorMade down at Wentworth. We've each got a team of 10 players. It's going to consist of a morning of coaching, and then we're going to head out onto the West Course at Wentworth, so where they play the events, and have a match. It promises to be an amazing event, and you guys can take part. So it's open to UK and Ireland residents. It's just to make sure that everyone is there. And to enter, super simple, there are links in the description below, but you have to enter before close of play, so midnight tonight, so midnight on Sunday, if you want a chance to actually come down and play.
Something which I really love about Formby, if that's the right way to say it, is that it's actually got some kind of lost holes in here. So you can see up this little valley in the dunes here. So if you imagine a green down here and the tee up there, so they lost a few holes when a big storm came in, you know, decades ago now. But it's just interesting to think what it could have been like. And going back to the most important club in the bag, it's been shown kind of recently just how important actually having a good driving game is. I mean, that's a lot of the time what is separating the very best players in the world. And if you think about your game, if you break it down, if you do keep stats, try and figure out how much you would gain from practicing a lot of short game to practicing a lot of long game. But there is a bit of a paradox within strokes gained and the advantage that you get by hitting good shots off the tee. I'll explain that after this hole in one. So here's the paradox. I get a lot of golfers in who have time to work on their game. So when they come for coaching, a lot of them travel a long way. They've made a real commitment of time and effort and energy to try and improve their golf game and their overall golf swing. Because remember, this isn't a case of just getting a new driver and all of a sudden your swing's going to be amazing. I know people do that a lot, but I think we can all have a pretty sensible discussion about how that isn't the best way forward. But a lot of people don't have that time to actually work on their game. A lot of people manage to play once, maybe twice a week at the max, maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks, and their practice time consists of bashing 10 to 20 balls before they go play, you know, working on something within their swing. That's not the way to change your technique. Everyone kind of knows that, really. And yet, when they hit a slice off into the trees, they might berate themselves and be like, oh, why are you doing that? You're an idiot. Why are you doing that wrong? You know, without the time to practice, without the ability to reshape movements that your body is making, the chances of you getting a much better driving statistic and an approach statistic is quite low. However, here's where that slight kind of contradiction comes in, because everyone now knows the importance of driving, but actually a lot of regular golfers, a lot of handicap golfers with limited time to practice, if they put that time, that hour, 2 hours a week into short game, and actual putting rather than driving, they will see an improvement in their game that way much quicker. And that's something that I have seen within my own coaching. You know, with limited time capability to practice, it's often better focusing that time on putting, pitching and chipping. But comment below, what is the club for you that if it's working, you play your best? I think a lot of you are going to say driver. I think quite a few of you are going to say putter. And which one do you have time to work on? Now, this is what you need in the morning to wake yourself up. Keep away from these little nibbles. Down at West Lancs once more. Hopefully, manage to get a little bit of practice in. I'm going to need it maybe a little bit more than I'd hoped, especially around the green. Short game is not as sharp as it needs to be chipping. Driving and full swing though, as mentioned, is getting much better. But this is it. Culmination of everything we've been doing, so all the practice leading up to tomorrow and then the day after. I'm a lot less nervous than I have been in the past. I think because I do feel a bit more prepared, more excited than anything, and hopefully if the weather holds, fingers crossed, it should be good. But teeing off at 8:30, and as always, if you do want to come watch, please feel free, and hopefully you can get it round. Right guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment below and let me know what your favourite club is. Make sure you also hop down into the description and enter that Creators Cup giveaway. You've got to do that by midnight tonight, so Sunday the 23rd. Should know the dates really. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on my other social media as well. I'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, for the roundup of tomorrow's round. Feeling remarkably chill.